is going on, everybody? It is your boy Arrows here, and we are back with another video. It's a Pokemon video because we love Pokemon as well as Lorcana. That is definitely where this channel seems to be shaping up and going. Today, we're talking about one of the most hyped cards for me and probably for a lot of people as well. We are, of course, talking about Mega Gardevoir EX coming out in the Mega Evolution set, which I believe, if you're watching this the week that it's recorded, which I'm recording this on Wednesday, the 10th, that this will be, all the pre-releases for this are starting this weekend. I could be wrong. There could have been ones before. There could be ones after. Please correct me in the comments. I really need to be re-educated on this stuff. So, Mega Evolution is coming back out. Mega Pokemon are returning to the TCG. The last time we had Mega Pokemon were in the XY era. And honestly, Mega Gardevoir was hit and miss back then. The one that we got from Steam Siege was really good, the dual type Fairy Psychic. And honestly, I really enjoyed the Fairy type that we got from the first or second Mega Evolution set, but a lot of people didn't. But again, that is everybody's perspective, right? All right, but let's talk about Mega Gardevoir EX. If Mega Gardevoir EX is a new Stage 2 Mega Pokemon that evolves from Kirlia instead of Gardevoir, I have thoughts on this, but I will keep them to myself. It has 360 HP, the most HP on a Mega Evolution Pokemon of the first set release. Obviously, we might have more later on that are more HP. The only thing that beats this out in HP is Mega Venusaur coming with 380. So 360 HP is nothing to scoff at. A really solid number. Is going to be able to tank a lot of hits, which is fantastic. It has the Mega Evolution EX rule that when it gets knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prizes, which is kind of bad, but it is what it is. It has a Dark Weakness, minus 30 resistance to fighting, so you're going to take 30 less damage from your fighting attacks, but you are going to be incredibly weak to Dark, especially since the two of the really good decks of this format are Dark based in Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Charizard, but we'll talk about that in a hot minute. 2 retreat cost is fine. We can get rid of that with Air Balloon. There are ways to work around that, so that is fine. Mega Gardevoir EX has 2 attacks, and they are both really, really good. First off, we have Overflowing Wishes, which for 1 Psychic Energy, you can search your deck for each of your bench Pokemon for a Psychic Energy and attach it to that Pokemon, and then shuffle your deck. So if you have a bench full of 5 Pokemon, you play this, you can search for 5 energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Oh, sorry, attach it to each of your Pokemon. So 1 energy for each, which powers up its secondary attack, Mega Symphonia, for 1 Psychic Energy again, which is wild to me. It does 50 damage times the number of Psychic Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So if you pop out 5 energies with your Overflowing Wishes, you live the opponent's attacking turn, then you can use Mega Symphonia to do 250 damage, assuming you haven't attached any other energy on board. So just with that 5 energy on 1 attack is 250 damage, which is crazy for 1 energy. Now, Gardevoir does come with its pros and cons. Its pros is that it has a ton of HP. Unless it's getting hit for weakness, it's going to tank a bunch of hits. This is also super hard for this is a little bit harder for Goldengo to knock out because you're going to have to pop 7 energies all the time. No, wait. 8 energies. Yeah, 8 energies all the time to get the knockout on this thing, which is insane. Please, somebody correct my math and tell me if I'm right or wrong on that. The attacks are both super cheap. An energy ramp attack that is literally potentially could be 5 energies for 1 is insane. And then Mega Symphonia is way too cheap for what it does. It's crazy how much damage you can put out just off of this attack just from using Overflowing Wishes. So fantastic. And it also pairs amazingly well with Gardevoir EX. If you guys do not know, Gardevoir EX has this amazing ability called Psychic Embrace. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon. If you attach energy this way, place 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. And you can't use the ability if the Pokemon will be knocked out. So you can't use the knockout on Pokemon. Mega Gardevoir, Gardevoir pairs well with Mega Gardevoir super nicely because it's going to give you additional ways to pop energies to hit big damage. Now keep in mind, if you get 8 energies on the board, that is 400 damage for 1 energy. That is insane to me. And the fact that you can do this for 1 energy is just wild. Now, there does have some cons. It's 3 prizes on a KO. So against some of the harder hitting decks, you are going to risk running behind in the prize race, depending on how well your setup goes. Like we talked about, Goldango is capable of knocking this out in 1 shot. Charizard and Marnie's Grimmsnarl can easily 1-hit KO this. That's pretty much the only thing, which leads into our second con, is weak to dark. And Charizard is really good. Marnie's Grimmsnarl is really good. And we have Mega Gengar incoming in the Mega Battle decks coming out, I believe, roughly around the same time or maybe a little bit later, which has a 2 energy attack for 230, which is going to knock this out really, really quickly. And it's going to stunt your prize return with its ability Shadow Hiding. Whenever any of your dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, that probably takes 1 less prize card, doesn't stack. So Mega Gengar is going to stifle your return fire by putting you a little bit further behind in the prize pool as well. So those are things to keep in mind when building Gardevoir. But how do you build Gardevoir? Now, I know better players than I are going to put out deck lists. This is what I've worked with. It's kind of like a shell of what Gardevoir is, and then adding in with the Mega Gardevoir. So I am playing more aggressively with this build. We are, of course, doing all of our cool little Gardevoir. Why are you down there? We are, of course, doing all of our cool little Gardevoir techs. Like our Driftbloom, our Bravery Charms, our Screamtails, Monkey Dories, but we are also adding in 2 we're dropping our Gardevoirs down to 1. Now this is where I'm really like shook on how I want to do this. Initially I wanted to do a 2-2 and then a 2-1, but I wanted to put more emphasis on the Mega Gardevoir because we are losing the Gardevoir EX to rotation. So I kind of wanted to like play a version that was like only with like 1 tech Gardevoir. Now obviously if your Gardevoir gets prized, you're not horribly destroyed, but you are in a little bit of trouble because you will not have the rapid energy acceleration. But we're running 2 Gardevoirs, 2 Mega Gardevoirs, 1 Gardevoir EX. We're running 2 copies of the Curlia. The Curlia is whichever one you really want to use. I don't really think it matters. The new one coming out does have a really solid attack if you cannot get into Gardevoir and you have to use it. But again, I think middle stages is entirely up to you. 3 Ralts, 1 Lily's Clefairy EX. This is for our Dragapult match. It's going to make those Dragapults weak to Psychic, which is super helpful. 1 Screamtail because it is amazing taking out your opponent's Pokemon with 1 Screamtail because it is amazing to take out your opponent's Pokemon with 1 prize attackers. Fantastic. Same reason why we are running the 1 copy of the Drifloom, which is way down there at the bottom. I didn't realize that it did that. That's hilarious. He's just over there chilling. 3 Monkey Dories with 3 Dark Energies because spreading damage around is crucial, especially since you can do it just so easily off of Gardevoir's ability. It puts 2 damage counters on something. You can easily put those damage counters over to something else with the Adrenabrain ability. That ability is when you have a Dark Energy attached to Monkey Dory, you can move 3 damage counters from any of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can take 30 damage off of something and put it on something on your opponent's side of the field. We have 1 copy of Mew EX because it's got free retreat, so it's really good to pivot in. We don't really have a backup play, so we can draw into our stuff. Restart will come in handy in the late game. And honestly, I've knocked out things with genome hacking on TCG Live. It's kind of hilarious. Going into our trainers, we're running 2 copies of Air Balloon. Air Balloon gives the Pokemon that's attached to 2 less retreat. 1 copy of Pokegear because we want to get into our Arvins so very, very badly. 3 copies of Professor's Research. Uh, discard your hand, draw 7 cards. That's going to let us put some Psychic Energy in the discard pile. 2 copies of Earthen Vessel. Lets us get a Psychic Energy. Let's get a Dark Energy so we can put some damage across the board with our Monkey Dory. And lets us do things with our Mega Gardevoir. We're running 4 Buddy Buddy Poffins. Everything in this deck, except for the Screamtail and the Monkeys, are Buddy Buddyable. All of our basics. And the Lily's Clefairy, obviously, and the Mew. Not everything. 1 copy of Night Stretcher. This is going to be really good for getting us back our Gardevoirs if it gets knocked out. If we have to discard it for some reason. Early game. 1 copy of Secret Box. This is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best ace back in the game right now. You discard 3 cards from your hand, search your deck for an item, a tool, a supporter, and a stadium. Really good card. 2 copies of Iono. I don't really think we need more than 2 in here. We're going to be discarding a lot of cards with research. We're going to be searching out for stuff with Arvins. I don't really feel like more than 2 is necessary in here. 2 rare candies, just because if we do get the opportunity, I would like to skip Curlia and go right into Gardevoir if we can. 2 Ultra Balls, in my opinion, still the best search card in the game. Generic search card, but I don't really think we have the room for more than 2. 1 copy of Counter Catcher. Gardevoir is notoriously bad for potentially falling behind in prizes. We are playing a long game, so having a Counter Catcher in addition to 2 Boss's Orders is really good. 2 copies of Technical Machine Evolution. This is a amazing Pokemon tool. We attach to our active Pokemon, and then instead of using its attack, we use the attack evolution, which lets us search our deck for 2 cards that evolve for each. We select 2 basic Pokemon. I'm really bad at wording this. We select 2 basic Pokemon, and then we search our deck for an evolution for each of those Pokemon and evolve them. And then it gets discarded at the end of turn. 4 copies of Arven. Literally, if not the best supporter in this deck. It gets us so much of our stuff. It gets us going so quickly on that second turn. If we have to go second to get our Curlias out, it's a really good card. 2 copies of Boss's Orders. I really don't think we need any more than 2. We are running the Counter Catcher as well. 2 Bravery Charms, because honestly, hitting things with a massive Screamtail and Drifloon is hilarious. 1 Super Rod to recycle some of our stuff if we need to. 2 Artisans, that's going to get us our Monkeys and our Screamtails. We're not too worried about searching out the Mew and the Clefairy most games. That is what the Ultra Balls are for if we need to. 8 Psychic Energies. I'm a little torn about how I feel about 8 Psychic Energies. 8 Psychic Energies on board at one time is 400 damage. So that is enough to KO pretty much everything. And 3 Dark Energies. Other notable cards that I am thinking about, but I don't 100% know, are Wonder Patch. Wonder Patch is a new item card coming out in the Mega Deoncé deck. I don't know if it's coming out in the set. That's why I didn't really include it. I don't remember if the decks are coming out at the same time or not. This is a Dark Patch if you're familiar with the TCG. Attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Psychic Pokemon. This is really good. It also will mitigate some of the damage from Gardevoir EX from going on. I just didn't really know where to put it. And Mystery Garden, I definitely want to include this in here, but another thing is I really like the Artisans, and I don't really know where to go about taking something out for this card. If you guys have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard an energy card from their hand in order to draw cards until they have as many cards in their hand as they have Psychic Pokemon in play. This is a really good stadium. Again, I just don't know where I would put it. Ideally, we could probably only run 3 Buddy Buddy Poffins and put one of these in, because our Buddy Buddy Poffins are really only going for our Raltzes and our Drifloon, which we don't really want the Drifloon super early. We want to be able to play it, attach our energies to it, put the Brave Charm on it, not in that order, and KO something. So that is an option that we can do. We can remove one of the Buddy Buddy Poffins for a Mystery Garden. But I would love to hear your guys' suggestions. Like I said, I'm just getting back into competitive Pokemon, so I don't really know like how this would work. The other thing I'm constantly toying with is a second Gardevoir, so running a 2/2 and maybe increasing our Ralts line to 4. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you guys are going to Mega Evolution pre-releases, what cards you're excited for. I'm going to be doing a bunch of Mega Evolution decks over the next couple weeks. I'm really excited for Mega Manentric. I'm really excited for Mega Lucario. I'm super excited for Mega Venusaur. I'm also excited for Meganium. If you guys do not know me, I love Meganium. It is probably my like second or third favorite grass type. So I'm really excited that we're getting a good Meganium in this set that I think pairs well with a lot of really strong grass attackers. So I'm really excited to record that video for you guys as well. Don't forget to like the video, ding the notification bell if you want to be alerted to when we post new Lorcana and Pokemon content. This week is a little bit more Pokemon heavy for content because we do have Mega Evolution coming out, and obviously we'll be talking more about our TCG Nuzlocke to the top, which starts in 2 weeks on Twitch TV, Arrows TCG. We're going to be grinding from as low a rank as we can to Masters League. We're taking 8 decks into that grind, and we will be seeing if we can win Masters or make it to the Masters rank, or if we're going to lose all of our decks. If we lose with a deck twice, the deck is gone. We're going to spin a wheel at the start of every ranked game to see what deck we're going to be playing. It's going to be really, really fun. Hopefully you guys come out and enjoy. We're going to be posting those VODs to here as well if you guys miss out on the streams. Thank you guys for hanging out, checking out the video. I'm very long-winded. I get talking, I get rambling. That is just who I am. Hopefully you guys all enjoy it. Don't forget to go out and have some fun, play some card games. Mega Evolution is awesome. Disney Lorcana just released Fable, and it is an amazing set. I had to eat my words on how I felt about reprints and reprinting so close to a rotation, but it's been really, really good. I will see you guys when I see you. Have yourselves a great day, great week, great month, great year whenever you watch this video. Bye.